Okay, good afternoon, everyone. How are you today?
Good afternoon, Miss.
Okay, good afternoon, Alan and everyone. So then, are you ready to the class today?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, before that, I'm going to read and also introduce you about a study plan or RPS. But before that, I will share it first. Okay, this one. Okay, because probably it is too small, then I will read the outcomes. Oke ya, ini ada capaian pembelajaran lulusan. Jadi ada beberapa hal yang akan ditargetkan begitu. Yang pertama adalah sebetulnya untuk mata kuliah ekstensif grammar ini gitu ya, jelas karena basicnya dari jurusan bahasa Inggris, bahasa dan sastra Inggris gitu ya, pasti untuk menunjukkan sikap tanggung jawab atas pekerjaan di bidang keahliannya, yaitu prodi bahasa dan sastra Inggris begitu secara mandiri. Lalu untuk menunjukkan kinerja sebagai pendidik yang mandiri, bermutu dan struktur itu dari Miss ya. Menguasai konsep pengembangan profesional yang kaitannya dengan bahasa dan sastra menggunakan teknologi informasi dan komunikasi. Jadi sudah blended learning, kadang kita langsung tatap muka, kadang juga melalui LMS ataupun Zoom meeting seperti ini. Oke, capaian mata kuliah. Second, I will make it wider. Oke, mahasiswa mampu mengaplikasikan mata kuliah ekstensif grammar dan fitur-fitur kebahasaan dalam bahasa Inggris dengan benar dan tepat, gitu ya, dalam berkomunikasi baik lisan maupun tulisan. Ya, jadi nanti mahasiswa yang di sini begitu ya akan diajarkan banyaknya sih tata bahasa begitu ya, tata bahasa yang kita sudah pelajari sebelumnya. Misalnya ada present tense gitu kan, present continuous, past tense dan sebagainya. Lalu ada juga untuk pertemuan hari ini adalah passive sentence rather than active sentence, passive active begitu. Oke, ini beberapa daftar buku yang sudah kita pelajari. Ada dari Betty Asar begitu ya, ada dari Claire Say, Comprehensive English Grammar, Marcella Frank, Modern English, Hudson, Introduction to Grammar of English, Michael Lewis, The English Verb, and then the last Marvi Ryman, English Grammar in Use. Ini beberapa sources yang sudah kita pelajari. Oke, karena sekarang kita masuk ke pertemuan 12. Ya, passive voice gitu ya. Jadi sebetulnya penting juga untuk diketahui bahwa kemampuan yang akan dicapai di mata kuliah ini, terutama untuk pertemuan sekarang adalah passive voice, adalah membuat berbagai kalimat pasif secara akurat, sesuai dengan kaidah bahasa Inggris dan tepat, sesuai dengan konteksnya. Begitu. Oke, nanti kuliahnya bisa berupa ceramah, diskusi, gitu ya, atau praktek langsung. Begitu, dengan kalimat yang membuat kalimat. Waktunya 2 kali 50 jam, outcomes-nya gitu ya. Mahasiswa mampu mendefinisikan kalimat pasif, menyebutkan ciri-ciri kalimat pasif, membuat pola kalimat pasif, menyebutkan manfaatnya, kalimat pasif in this way, membuat contoh-contoh kalimat pasif, mengaplikasikan dalam bentuk bahasa lisan maupun tulisan. Nah, begitu. Oke, itu saja study plan yang Miss akan perkenalkan. Nah, sekarang kita langsung saja ke materi yang akan kita bahas hari ini, yaitu passive voice. So then, before that, I will share the material first. Oke. Oh, basic. Can you see the material on your screen?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. A second. Okay. Here we go. Wait a second. Then I will share the material. Okay, this one. So is it clear for you? Okay. Actually, there is a sound. So this one. Okay. So, okay, it is about active and passive voice form. Yeah. When we want to say that the subject of sentence is doing the action, that's why I put the picture, someone cut the wood of the trees. Yeah, doing activities, doing action. This is active activity, of course. We use the verb of the sentence in active form. A man is cutting down a tree. This is a active sentence. Okay? Is it clear for you? Okay. Yeah, a man is a subject doing the action, and cutting is process of doing something. Active activity. Okay, so it is very easy for you to think about the active activity or sentence. Yeah, okay. Yeah. When we want to say that the subject of sentence is not doing anything, but is allowing something to be done to it by somebody else, we use the passive voice form. So actually, this is the difference between active voice and also passive voice. We ask someone to do something. So then we use passive voice form. Yeah, a tree is being cut down by a man. Pohonnya sedang dipotong oleh seorang laki-laki. Gitu ya. Okay, a tree as a subject. It is different from our previous discussion in active sentence. This person is a subject, and in this case, in passive voice, the subject is a tree, and then the subject not doing anything but allowing a man to cut it. So this is the example of passive form. Okay, this is example of active passive voice example. The boy is carrying the girl. Si anak laki-laki sedang membawa seorang perempuan gitu ya, membawa gitu ya. This is me, like I have already told you before, in Indonesia we say me in active sentence. Okay, subject is a boy, is carrying is a verb, yeah, in this case active verb, and the girl is an object of the verb. Who is doing the action of carrying? Can you answer this question, anyone? Who is doing the action of carrying? Okay.
The boy, ma'am.
Okay, good. The boy. The boy is the subject of the sentence. Yeah. Okay. And then how about this one? This is example of passive sentence. The girl is being carried by the boy. Perempuan itu sedang dibawa oleh anak laki-laki itu, begitu. Okay. They substitute the position anyway. Yeah, the girl, the subject. Previously, the boy is a subject in active voice. And in this case, passive voice, the girl become the subject. Okay, there is a preposition by, and the boy become an object. Okay, who is doing the action of carrying? Yeah, the girl. Not the girl, the boy as an object. Okay. Okay, let's see the process of changes. Okay, this is the subject. John. John read a book every day as a subject, but if we change the sentence become passive voice, John become object. Okay, and a book become a subject. Any question related to John example? Okay, if there is no question, I will continue. Okay. Okay, this is another example. Okay, John read a book every day. Okay, and a book is read every day by John. Okay, this is another changes from active to passive. Is read to be added by. Okay, like I have already told you last week about subject to be and past participle. Okay. Okay, you can see the pictures. Yeah, put as an object. Okay, food is cooked by him. He cooks food. Food is, yeah, is you use is or to be present because in the beginning of the sentence, active sentence pattern, it is concluded as simple present. So you cannot change the verb. You cannot change the tenses. It should be in the same tenses. But the difference is it just or only change from active to passive without changing the tenses. Yeah, when the subject of the sentence is singular, the verb must also be in singular form. Okay. Put subject of the passive sentence singular, so is could verb singular also, not are, because put is singular form. Okay, so anyway, can you change this sentence? He carried some books. So can you change to the passive form? Rastika probably she carried some books. It becomes statement. How about you? What is the answers? Statement. Statement apa jawabannya? Atau ada yang bisa? Ayo, minggu depan sudah ujian. Ya, some book were carried by him. Oke, nggak ada yang jawab ya? Oke, it's okay. Ya, she has signed 10 letters. Pasifnya jadi gimana? 10 letters have been signed by her. Berubah ya, bukan has lagi. Kenapa? Karena 10 letters kan sudah plural, harusnya pakai have. To be untuk yang tadi kita pelajari, we have already learned about to be in a present perfect, past perfect, and then the to be for passive voice is been. Yeah, 10 letter have been signed by her. Yeah, 10 letter have been signed by her. Okay. Yeah. She bakes cakes. Cakes are baked by her. Yeah. She is building a sandcastle. It is simple present, so you have to change to the passive voice with simple present also. A sandcastle is being built by him. Yeah, still simple present. You cannot change the tenses in the passive voice. Okay. This is another example in order to make it easier to understand this material. He has drawn a pictures. Yeah. In passive voice, it become a picture has been drawn by him with been, of course. He has been mowing the lawn. The lawn has been being mowed by him. This is passive voice. What tenses is it? Can you guess what tenses is it? Present?
Perfect continuous.
Yes, exactly. Present perfect continuous. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. This is past tense. She told me a secret. Past tense. Ya, nggak bisa ganti tenses ya, harus past juga. A secret was told to me by her. Nggak boleh ganti tenses. Yang ganti adalah bentuk from active to passive. Ya, the postman was delivering the post. Ini bentuknya past continuous. Nggak boleh berubah juga, harus tetap past continuous, tapi bentuknya passive. The post was being delivered by the postman. This one. Nah, ini past perfect. She had eaten several pieces before she offered him anything. Several pieces has been eaten by her. Ya, bentuknya perfect, pasti yang keluar to be-nya been. Ya, I will give the beggar some money. Oke, nanti kalau model tadi be yang keluar ya. Jadi, the beggar atau some money. Sorry, they will give the beggar some money. Oke, some money will be given. Or the beggar will be given some money by them. Ya, future continuous. Ya, not passive. They will be playing with fireworks by the time their father reach home. There is no passive form for this sentence. Ingat-ingat ya, kalau future continuous tidak ada bentuk passive. Future perfect. Oke. Langsung saja ke contoh in order to make it easier. No change. You will have been working on the course material for 2 hours by 6 in the evening. So there is no form of these tenses. Nggak ada bentuk pasifnya. Nah, ini biasa saja sebetulnya untuk features. Okay, actually this is the same example like I have already told you before. This one. Okay. Untuk as juga sama yang seperti sebelumnya dan okay. I think that's all about all tenses that we have already described in the form of active and also passive. Any question? Ada pertanyaan?
Excuse me, ma'am. May I
Okay.
ask a question? Okay,
Okay, please.
related to the materials that we have discussed, I want to ask about the active and passive voice formula from every tenses. I mean, like present tense, past tense, and participle tense. And how do we do to determine or recognize active and passive voice from a sentence?
Okay, so wait a second. I will share another materials. Thank you, Alan, for the question. Yeah, you can see this about the formula. Sudah terlihat, tapi already since the new material. Okay, yeah, this one. Actually, this is as the conclusions of what we have already learned. Okay. Okay, probably it is make you easier and also Alan is here about the formula. I will share it later also in our WhatsApp group. Yeah, this is the formula, Alan. Yeah, simple present, subject, verb, one as usual, S or ES, it depends on the subject, and the passive subject is MR, and verb past participle, and by agents, yeah, probably by person, in the positive sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. And then continuous sedang. This is the formula, subject, M is R, verb ing, and for passive form, subject, M is R, being, and verb past participle, and added by agents. Future akan, will, shall, added by verb one. And then for passive forms, formula, subject, will, shall, be, verb past participle, and agent, of course. Perfect, telah, has, have, verb past participle, and object. And for passive form, subject, has, have been, added by verb 3. Okay. Nah, ini past tense sebenarnya sama aja, yang berubah adalah the verb. Verb past. And then for passive form, subject to be for past was were, not am is are. And then verb 3. Basically, you have to add to be and verb 3 or verb past participle in passive form. Is it clear enough, Alan?
Ma'am, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mean every passive sentence using verb 3, or
Yeah,
is
of
that
course.
correct?
Yes, not verb 2, verb 3, past participle. Verb 2 is verb past, Verb 3 is verb past participle. Yeah, exactly. You have to use verb participle to indicate the past form. But don't forget to put to be first before the past participle. Okay, Alan?
Okay, ma'am. I think that's clear enough. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, this is the example that we have already studied before. Okay, like this. Somebody cleaned this room yesterday, past tense. The room was cleaned yesterday. Okay. Okay. To make sure that you understand, please answer number 3 and 4. Anyone who want to try it. Doesn't matter if you do mistake, just try it. Okay. I will give you extra point for those who can answer it right. Number 3. Probably Alan, or Nasariti, or Cecilia, Faith, Seraphim, Daryl, Alpha, Stayman, Asia, Prastika, Stefai. Ayo, yang mau jawab silakan dapat tambah nilai. Number 3. Lihat dulu objeknya. Objeknya kan nanti jadi subjek gitu ya. Ayo. Objeknya nanti tentukan dulu objeknya. Subjeknya mana, verbnya mana, objeknya mana. Objeknya nanti kan jadi subjek. Lalu to be, lalu verb 3. To be-nya kan sudah tahu ya, ini pasti bentuknya, ini kan right, verb 1 ya, berarti nanti to be yang keluar am is are. Terus verb 3-nya, bentuk ketiga dari right, written. Betul nggak? Nah, coba. Nggak ada yang bisa, ayo. Dari satu kelas ini.
Me, ma'am.
Ya, silakan. Siapa ya nih?
The examination.
Sorry, siapa ya?
The examination. Yeah, ma'am. Cecilia.
Cecilia, okay, correct. The examination.
The examination paper is written by the students in ink.
2 times ya. Oke. Sorry. Ya, betul. Objeknya kan their examination paper. The examination paper is written by student in ink. Number 4. Cecilia yang catat dulu deh. Ya, number 4. Oke, come on. Mau Cecilia lagi juga nggak apa-apa. Ini present perfect, jadi nggak boleh berubah tensesnya juga present perfect. The manager has asked the secretary to type the letters. Objeknya apa dulu? The secretary ya. The secretary has been asked by manager to type the letter. Oke. Ya, oke. Nah, untuk yang berikutnya ini mungkin malu-malu ya. Okay, I will ask you to do this as a homework or probably the assignment ya for today meeting, and also your homework. But it's much better if you work on these exercises today, and I also give you the homework. Okay, I will.